Hey guys, it's Piper being flawless as always. Okay, so I gotta be a little quiet because it is 2 in the morning and I just got home and I don't want to wake up my roommate, so I gotta bring it down. Okay, so I have to tell you guys a story about what happened when I went to Florida last week on a spontaneous trip with a few of my work friends. To preface this story, let me just say, and I've talked about this in a past video, but as a boy, I'm not really the type of person that likes to initiate anything with guys. Like, I'm just super shy, pretty to myself, don't really venture outside of my comfort zone too much. But this story, we'll call it a lesson in confidence. So while on the trip, one of my friends and I decided to make a stop at Target. We were at the shopping center, we had walked all the way across the mall, and there was a Target on this, and so we decided to stop there for whatever. And my friend goes to the bathroom, so I'm just kind of derping around, doing my thing, and I'm walking down one of the aisles, and there's this employee there that I see, and he's gorgeous, and I was literally shitting bricks, and we're approaching each other, and like, he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and then he goes, "How's it going?" I was on the floor like J-Lo. I like could not handle it. I was like, "Good," and kept walking. So, you know, we were already off to a good start. And I kept kind of wandering around the store. I was mostly just waiting for my friend, and so I was just kind of wasting time, but we kept running into each other and like making awkward eye contact. Like literally everywhere I went, he was there. I like went to complete different parts of the store, and he was there, and I'm like, this must be a sign from the Lord. He is telling me that this boy is put here for a reason. Okay, but then I hear him say something to one of his friends about like a GSA, and that stands for like the Gay Straight Alliance. Typically, it's an organization. I don't know if my school had one. Whatever. So I'm like, okay, this is another sign. Like, clearly, this guy wants me to know he is a homo. My friend eventually comes out of the bathroom. I don't know why he was taking so long. And he's like, "Oh my gosh, you should totally give him your number." And so he rips a piece of paper out from some notepad, and I get a pen from the lady at the cash register. I write all my stuff on there, well, my name and my phone number. And then I put it in my pocket, because I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I really just, I don't know. My friend had some things to get, so he went shopping, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna wait at the front of the store, because I don't want to run into this guy again. Like, at this point, we had run into each other so many times, and it just seemed awkward, because I had so many opportunities that I had missed. So I was like, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm waiting at the front of the store by the dollar section. And of course, here he comes. And I'm like, seriously, at this point, maybe the Lord really is trying to, you know, connect. My friend and I eventually leave because I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And we walk back across the entire shopping center, and he's like, "Look, we're gonna get to the car. By the time we get back, you have to decide if you're gonna turn around and do it. You could probably regret it for your entire life if you don't do it, and just take a risk and just try something," because I could have sworn we had a connection. And as we were walking back, you know, I'm just kind of thinking, and there's this old lady like sitting on a bench off to the side, and we walk past her. And as we're passing her, I look at her, she looks at me, I smile at her, and she gives me like a wink. Like one of those like nice old lady winks, like almost like a Nanny McPhee kind of wink, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I was like, this lady basically just showed me her entire life in that wink, like, you need to seize this opportunity, or when you get old, you'll regret not knowing what could have been. And I'm like, I don't want to wonder, you know, what would have happened if I had done it, if I don't do it. So I was like, you know what, that was the magical wink from the elderly that I needed. But to confirm that this is what I should do, of course I got back in the car, played the song What If from Cheetah Girls 3 One World that Adrienne Bailon sings when she's walking by that water fountain trying to decide if she should try to pursue her dreams and leave Sabrina and Aqua behind. You know what I'm talking about. But she's singing about how she doesn't want to go on with the rest of her life, wondering, what if? And girl, the song got me together because I had my friend drive me back to that Target, and I walked right in. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I had the number still in my pocket. So I go and find the guy. When I actually find him, he's with a few coworkers, so I'm like, alright, I'm gonna wait it out until they're away so we can have a moment to ourselves. They finally go away, and I go up to him. Let me tell you, I had everything planned what I was gonna say. I knew exactly what I wanted to communicate to him. But the second I get up to him, can't remember a damn thing. Not a single thing. So I go up to him and I'm like, I have a question. And he's like, yeah, what's up? And I go, what's your name for the sake of this video, we'll call him, Peter. You know, for Peter Piper. So he's like, my name's Peter, and I'm like, oh, that was a stupid-ass question considering he has a name tag on his frickin' shirt, and I just felt so dumb already, so I was kind of panicking at this moment. So then I go, okay, well, Peter, I don't really do this that often, but I really want you to have this, and I hand him the paper with my number on it. And he looks at me and he's like, what is it? Is it like a note? First of all, in my head thinking, how do you not know what it is? But I'm like, yeah, it's like a secret note. Like, that's literally what I said to him, hoping he would kind of make the connection there. And he's like, okay, so should I check it out later? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead and do that. So I walk away feeling kind of like, I don't know what just happened, but, you know, I did it. I tried, I put it out there. And, you know, I was proud of myself, I was relieved, I wasn't worried about wondering what if. So I'm driving down the road with my friend after we had, you know, endured all that emotional whatever together, and as I'm driving, I get a phone call. And of course it's from Florida number. I live in Arizona, so I'm like, OMG. And I answer the phone. And he's like, hi, is this Nick? That's my boy name. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, are you gay? So I'm like, yeah. Click. I could not believe this motherfucker called me just to be a freaking jerk. Like, WTF. First of all, if someone gives you their number, you should feel flattered as fuck that they did that. They went out of their way to make sure you knew you were interesting to them. Whether you're gay or straight and you get someone gives you their number and you may not necessarily be into that, you should be flattered either way. 2, even if you're not into it, you don't have to call the person. And like, what is this, the 80s? Why did he even call me? Like, I thought he was gonna, like, send me a text message or something. And what do you think that I gave him my number for? What, that I was scouting for modeling in my awkward hoodie and sweats? Like, bitch, have a seat. I was tempted to call him back, but I didn't because I realized, you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger person here. But I did get his number. Okay, so basically I did all that for nothing. Like, it's kind of like whatever, like I didn't feel like embarrassed about it. It was more just like, really? Did you have to even call me back? Like, I really just went through all that emotional crap. Whatever. Past it. Ooh. But the point of this video is not only the what if thing, but, you know, to sometimes take some risks. Venture outside your comfort zone. Do some crazy stuff every now and then. And, I mean, part of it was because I was in Florida. If it didn't go over well, I was never going to see that guy again. So I decided to, you know, kind of do that test run there and see how it went for me. Obviously it didn't go well, so I'm going to go back to staying in my shell. I mean, not really, but like, whatever. But anyways, once again, I suffered misfortune. And I'm sure you'll find it entertaining. But I'm proud of myself because I tried something new, went outside my comfort zone, and, you know, took a risk. And even though it didn't go over well, it was a learning experience either way. I'm sorry I haven't made a video in like weeks, but I haven't really been getting in drag that much. I've been, you know, working and twerking and making those dollar bills, but, you know, I'm still broke for some reason. I don't get it. Anyways, now it is officially 2 in the morning. I'm really, really uncomfortable, so I want to get out of all this stuff. But we are, I believe, less than 50 subscribers away from the 1,000 mark. So keep leaving some ideas for what I should do once we hit that awesome milestone, because I want to make some kind of really awesome video for you guys. So leave them in the comments below. All my links will be down there. I love hearing from you guys and keeping up with you guys. Tweet me, whatever you gotta do. And until next time, stay flawless as always. No regrets, just love. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye!